about Tobias Harris doing things? I mean, that's
all right. We got to get in the Philly too. Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
They look good.
No, we don't.
They do look good.
No, they look good.
This isn't the Philly show.
It's not the Philly show, but John, I mean, this is almost borderline apology camp for Bobby because he's been trashing Philly since before the season even started, and even up to I think even last week he still said Philly's overrated.
Joel Embiid's trash. They should have traded for Harden.
So I'm gonna hold out on.
I mean, not Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons is trash.
Yeah, so that's what I'm holding out on Philly for right now. He still doesn't look involved enough. He still doesn't look like a fourth quarter guy who's going to be able to lay his imprint on the game where it counts most. Yeah, and you're talking about a guy like Seth Curry factoring more into late stages of games, important stretches of games than Simmons is on the offensive end of the floor. Now, you still like having Simmons for the rebounds, for the passing throughout stretches of the games, defense too, although Brown did break him down a few times.
That was impressive.
He struggled. He has struggled. The last few games especially, you got to consider what impact do these trade talks have on him now and how involved he feels on the team. And, we saw that happen with the Celtics during the Davis era. We saw it happen with the Lakers during their Davis talks. Now, all of a sudden, Simmons came, and there were reports out there that his agent was telling him, you're ready to go. And now he's back. And it's like, what's going to happen with that?
It's a good point. I don't know how much of it's mental, but let's be honest. It's style of play-wise. I mean, Simmons is still playing. I mean, he won't shoot. I mean, the guy won't shoot an 18-footer. Never mind a three-pointer. So
he won't shoot an 8-footer.
I know. I mean, listen. I don't know what it's going to take. I mean, he's obviously got so much ability and athleticism and all that stuff. But it's the NBA. At the end of the day, teams are going to figure you out. I mean, if you have no outside shot or no confidence in your outside shot, and now the way Bobby's talking about, maybe what's his confidence outside of the shot? Confidence in his own game, confidence in his team. Does he even want to be on the team right now based on all these rumors and reports? I mean, the reports did say that he didn't want to be traded and did want to stay. So maybe there's a sense of relief there, but maybe there's also a sense of, well, maybe I'm just here until the next superstar becomes available or the next trade opportunity.
He's basically full outlaw with his field goal selection.
Yeah, I mean, and I think at this point, everybody knows
around the basket.
Everybody, I think, would agree that a healthy Embiid is much more valuable than Simmons, and that's just the way it is. And I said that last year, but health has always been health and effort. I think for Embiid have always been the two biggest things, and the skill and the talent and the ability to do so much on both ends of the court have never been in question.
Right, but I think now with Doc Rivers though as the head coach, I think it changes things. Someone like Doc, I think this is like his biggest challenge. He had Rondo, he had Chris Paul.
Dude,
that didn't work out so well. And now he has this point guard who is like the opposite, or almost the polar opposite of what a standard superstar point guard is supposed to be. And I think it's on him to, and I think he's going to take it, upon himself to maybe not make him a 3-point shooter, but I think in the next couple of years or so, I think he'll start shooting. I really do. It's an ongoing conversation I have with Max. Max loves to bust my balls about this because I compare it to what he did with Rondo. I think the pressure of him having to shoot has been alleviated now. You got Danny Green. You have, he didn't play today. It was Seth Curry. You have other guys that can shoot the three. Joel Embiid can shoot the three. And now I think he's going to hone his other skills that make him great. The other skills that make him great is what makes the team great. You surround him with shooters, and I think that's a part of his game that people are going to start saying, okay, well now he's taking 15 or 14 footers. I don't know if he's going to be a 3-point shooter, in a couple of years or so. But I think Doc, that's a project Doc's looking forward to taking care of him. Taking care of
Doc at the same time, you don't think Doc would take a superstar? I mean, Doc's a superstar coach. I mean,
they want it to. It's very clear, and Houston didn't want it.
Houston made it, or did they try to tweak it at the very end and try to hold back Max or whatever?
I think Houston went cheap and was like, let's clear the books for next year, which makes no sense to me, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, but what about Joel Embiid? You don't think Joel Embiid is a superstar, Jimmy?
Joel Embiid is a superstar? Absolutely. Yeah, they want to put another one with him.
Yeah, that's the so your salary slots right now are built around Simmons, Embiid, and Harris. And Harris is a fine third guy in that combination, but is your two Simmons? Simmons isn't good enough to be that two guy right now. So all of a sudden you're putting the weight of an entire team's, fourth quarter hopes, playoff hopes on one player in Embiid. And, give credit to him tonight. He got the easy ones. He got himself in the position to get fouled, and that helps when you're trying to close a game. You'd rather be at the free throw line shooting than trying to make baskets in the fourth quarter. But he showed a better ability to be able to sustain into the fourth quarter tonight. And that's still the only question left with him. I mean, none of us had any questions about Embiid's game on either end of the floor before this year. It was just, can he close?
Can he finish?
Yeah. And
it's much easier to finish when you get a foul called every single time rather than have to work for a basket.
But if you put yourself in the post, you're taking those jumpers.
Hey,
he
Dad.
sometimes gets
You're right.
into.
You're right. It's a different story. He puts himself in a position where you kind of have to confront him physically versus being out there and taking jumpers.
He outscored the Celtics from the free throw line. That's crazy.